I just secured a book publishing deal this weekend, and I wasn't even trying to be honest. So I'm going to share with you the story of how I did it in case you have a book or a film idea or any project that you want to get out to the world and you need help getting it to the people. Okay, so I'm going to be going fast, and all 3 points are very important. So if you don't have time now, save the video and watch it later. All right, first, I was at Podfest Expo in Orlando, Florida, a podcasting conference with thousands of other podcasters from around the world just to learn. I've been creating my show, The Storytelling Lab, in my home office for the past few years. Had a lot of growth last year, so I wanted to double down and learn a lot more about monetization, growth, etc., etc. So that's the first thing. You got to get out and about. You can't sit at home dreaming about it. Deals happen in real life with real people. Sharing your ideas, sparking creativity, finding inspiration, establishing collaboration, all of that happens in real life. You have to get out there among the people. Have to. Number two, the first night, there was a new session this year called an author's Pitchfest. It was like speed pitching with publishers around the room, telling 2 minutes to tell them your book idea. Now, I had nothing to lose. I've already got several book ideas in my mind, and one I was planning on writing and self-publishing this year anyway. So I said, what the heck, I'm gonna do that, even though I was tired. It was a little disorganized at first. So a lot of people were like, what's going on? They just kind of bailed. And I almost did too. I said, no, chill, let's give it a second. Then it got organized, and finally we started doing it. I gave my 90-second pitch. They loved the idea. They invited me to come back one-on-one the next day and do a proper pitch. Number two, you have to capitalize when opportunities arise and reveal themselves to you. The biggest differentiator between successful people and people who are not is people who capitalize on those opportunities. They don't come around that often, and it doesn't happen if you sit there and be like, I'm gonna go ahead and go home and get rest. You gotta seize the opportunity, you gotta seize the day, absolutely. Lastly, when I gave him my pitch the next day, it's supposed to be 15 minutes, we talked for 45 minutes. That's because I had a very clear idea of why I was the one to write this book, who it was for, and why they needed it, what problem it solved. And number three, how I was going to deliver it and market it to that specific audience. I hand delivered them an already created package, so it became an easy yes for them. I had a friend who was in the speed pitching round, had a great idea too, and they asked them, who's the audience for this? And they responded with, to be honest, I don't know right now. And that's okay, but that's why the deal didn't go through. Now that might be a book in a few years, but today it didn't make, because it's not enough to have a good idea. Ideas are worthless, honestly. Execution is everything. Everybody has a good idea. So you have to consciously think about, like, why does this need to be out in the world? Why am I the one to do it? Who is it for and what problem does it solve? And most importantly, how am I gonna get that to them? How am I gonna market? If you can figure those things out, it's an easy yes for people who want to select. Hope this helps, and stay tuned for my book on bookshelves.